Hello and welcome to Indie Advocates Presents Kickstarter Talk, the only program on the internet that brings you all of the Kickstarters that are awesome from indie creators. We do also have the Indie Showcase of Kickstarters. That's on our radio program, which you can find on our main page. Yes, we have a radio program now. It's called the Indie News Report. And you guys should make your way over to our actual page and check it out. It's in our menu. I am your host, the Indie Devil and the Indie Advocate. Which one do you get? Well, that depends on how you treat me. The Devil can be playful, but I wouldn't want to mess with him. The Advocate's always got your back as long as you're a cool creator. So join me at MrAnderson.com, subscribe, and become awesome. And you're going to be awesome because you're following me, and I'm awesome. So we can be awesome together, and together we can make Indie rise up. All right, let's get into the program. We are live on Facebook Live. If you guys see that we're missing something, please drop us a comment and let us know. What is going on, my friend Tommy Sharp? What is up? How are you doing? What is a Kickstarter that you have backed recently that you're in love with? Let us know. We've started our watch party. We are talking about Kickstarters. Let's kick it off and get live to our list and checking it out. Oops. You guys are seeing behind the scenes. I feel naked with that. The Red Range, Pirates of Fireworld by Keith Lanside and Joke. This is going to be going off. There is no video to play for you guys. Joe R. Lansdale and Sam Glesenman's Red Range returns with Pirates of Fireworld by Keith Lansdale and Joke. All right, you guys can check that out. That is ending if it hasn't ended already. Let's go to the tape. Maybe we can announce a successful Kickstarter. What do you think? Let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Is it successful? Well, it is going to be successful. It has 3 hours to go. Good news, you guys have time to back this project. So head on over as soon as the program's done. No reason to rush off. You have enough time. It'll be in our links section. And you guys are awesome, so you guys are going to go check it out. I know you are. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give you the links in the comments section so you guys can check it out at the end of the program. So you amazing people can be part of this amazing project. And we're dropping the links right now. And as we drop the links, let's talk about Armor Eye 1 through 4. You guys can be awesome and back this amazing project about a new kid that stumbles onto an alien ship that thrusts him into an intergalactic war. It is pretty damn cool. There's characters in there that you got to check out. Very interesting, I was going to say program. It's actually a comic book. You got to check it out right now. Get on it. Be part of the Armor team. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy to see what it's done. It's the Boston Metaphysical Society by the great Madeline Holly Rosing, who's on the program right now on our radio channels. We're filming this. We're actually competing with our own radio channel, but that's okay because our radio goes on at 2, 6, and 10 a.m. and p.m. every day till Saturday. And you can hear Madeline's actual interview in both parts. She's at the end of the first hour and beginning of the second hour. So check out what Madeline had to say. Boston Metaphysical Society, the spirit of rebellion. Ghost, steampunk, oh my. Catelyn flees to Philadelphia only to discover a ghost, a rebellion, and perhaps her destiny. Take it away, Madeline.
Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Holly Rosing, and I'm the writer-creator of the steampunk supernatural series Boston Metaphysical Society. Welcome to our Kickstarter to print our brand new standalone book, The Spirit of Rebellion, a Caitlin O'Sullivan story. If you're not familiar with the original series, it's about an ex-Pinkerton detective, a spirit photographer, and a genius scientist who battles supernatural forces in late 1800s Boston. In our new story, Caitlin is thrown out of the house by her mother. She goes to Samuel for help, and he takes her to Philadelphia to the boarding house of an old friend. And there she discovers a ghost, a rebellion, and perhaps her destiny. Now, the story itself is 34 pages long in a 44-page perfect bound book, which means lots of extras for you. And I'm happy to say that Gwen Tavares is back on board doing the art and coloring. And even better, the book will be ready to go to the printer by the end of the campaign. And if you're new to the Boston Metaphysical universe, the original trade paperback and our previous standalone story, The Scourge of the Mechanical Man, will be available as well. So please take a look at the reward tiers on our Kickstarter homepage and pledge today. And thank you in advance for your support.
So now, Chuck is possibly going to come on. We're gonna see if we can get Chuck here because I don't think Chuck thinks I'm doing my job right. I think Chuck thinks I'm slacking. So we're gonna see if we can get Chuck on the program today because I think he's saying I'm slacking. I'm not covering the Kickstarters. So yeah, we're gonna try to get Chuck on here. And we're gonna see what's what with Chuck. He's got comments in the section. He's got comments in the comment section saying I'm not doing my job right, guys. So we're gonna bring Chuck on and we're gonna check out what the Chuck man's got to say for himself. In the meantime, let's check out. Okay, this is Bonnibale, a spooky adventure. Come for giggles, stay for the blood-sucking vampires. Oh yeah, we can't actually. Sorry, we can't play this video. I encourage you guys to watch it. I just remembered. I see the little comment there. This has music. It's in a different country. They actually, I think he has permission to play it, but his permission doesn't always translate to our permission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute it real quick. And I'm going to let you guys see a little bit of it. And like I said, I think he has permission in his country, but especially exploring different countries, the copyright laws do not necessarily translate the same way. So I'm going to give you guys a little taste of it. I'm sorry that you can't actually hear. So I do apologize for that. These are copyright laws. When I'm a millionaire, I'll try to work on making it easier for us to get permission to use each other's stuff and maybe even pay a fee for it. I don't know. I'll see what I can do when I'm a millionaire, but right now I'm just a lowly indie creator. So, and it's a really good video. The quality of the video is awesome. You really should check it out. I'm just waiting for Chuck to join us. I think I hear Chuck. And we're gonna go to Chuck. All right. So hold on, everybody. Let me bring Chuck onto the program here. I can hear him in the background. We're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do. I think you guys are getting a screen capture of me. I'm looking good today, so it's all good. I'm happy with my looks today.
Oh, you look good, dude.
I'm looking good. I got the cute little boy haircut, and I'm feeling good about it. Feeling good.
I'm disappointed because you're single and I'm not.
Oh, but you win out in that. You got Wendy. So you know.
No, I know, but I'm saying, I'm missing out because you're looking so fine today.
Well, you know what happens.
I mean, I'm stuck.
What happens in Florida between the three of us stays in Florida. So apparently,
Unleashed indeed.
Apparently, I'm not doing my job, and Chuck felt he had to come all the way over here to tell you about something, because apparently I'm not doing my job anymore. I thought I was the indie advocate. I thought I was doing good things, but it turns out that I apparently don't know anything. So go ahead, Chuck. Why are you here?
So not true. I know that you do a great job. What it really is that I'm not doing my job. I forgot to mention a Kickstarter that is important to me. They're all important.
Hold on.
This one's especially important.
Chuck, can you still see the screen?
Yeah, I can.
Can I just play a video real quick that's on our list today? And then you can finish what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm about to look like an ass, I'm sure, but go ahead.
Let's watch a video.
This is Maria Garza, reporting from the Archuleta Mesa, near Dulce, New Mexico. I've infiltrated the perimeter. What's that? This place feels very familiar. I'm following some dirt paths around the mesa, looking for any signs of an entrance. And with any luck, I'll find Marcus Edwards alive and well within this place. But who knows what else?
In 2018, investigative reporter Maria Garza found herself obsessed with a missing persons case, the case of evolutionary biologist Marcus Edwards. When a ping from his cell phone appeared out of nowhere in the middle of nowhere near Dulce, New Mexico, she couldn't resist the mystery, which ultimately ended in her own missing persons case. Hi, my name is Eric J. Cockrell. I'm co-creator and co-writer of this tale, which began a year ago in the first Dulce comic, Dulce the New Guy, where we were introduced to Marcus Edwards and an insane cast of creatures and aliens. Dulce Tour of Duty picks up months after the first story. Marcus is working on fitting in with his fellow base workers, and when Maria Garza appears on the scene, he is thrown into an adventure that blows the base wide open for the reader, while introducing new allies and a new menace. If you enjoy a good old-fashioned, character-driven science fiction comic book adventure with loads of mythology and brilliant art, you'll love Dulce Tour of Duty. Story by Gene Hoyle and Eric J. Cockrell. Art by Greg Warrencheck and Avery Ferdinand. Letters by Mike Wagner and edited by Chuck Pino. Get yours today at dulcecomic.com.
Okay, so back to Chuck. I'm sorry. I interrupted you so rudely. What aren't I doing?
Honestly, I didn't know if anyone had mentioned it. That one was on me, and I just wanted to come on and talk about it because I was worried that I had forgot to mention it.
And I'm not the indie advocate anymore, and I don't know anyone, and I might not have seen it on my own. I get it. I'm getting old. This is because I'm old. Just say it. Because this is because you're old.
Because you're white.
Oh, wow. It went there. All right, so you're here anyway. Why don't we talk about it? Because I know you're the editor, right?
What's that?
You're the editor on this, right?
I am.
So talk to me. What's going on?
Well, it's cool because I'm actually finding, like, month by month, I'm always on Kickstarter, even when I don't mean to be. I'm on right now with Barbara Unleashed, and I'm on right now with Dulce, too. So that's really exciting. So Dulce, it's really cool. It's the second issue of that series, and it is so much fun. And they have this one page in there. I'm not allowed to talk about it. All I can tell you is page 13. When you get to page 13, you're going to laugh and have so much fun.
Now, I know that Eric has kind of said that this is something that might go a little dark at points. So how do you, like, put this in a package? Is this a comedy? Is this a suspense? Like, how do we package this, I guess, with a label? And I'm not a huge fan of labels, so I don't care if you can't find one. But if it does have one, give it to us.
I think it's a conspiracy action adventure. It has elements of comedy for sure, and it's fun. But it's not comedy. It's just something that is a part of it because we as writers, the three of us, obviously I'm not the writer, I'm the editor, but all three of us tend to kind of have a comedic bend to us, myself, Gene, and Eric. So that is something that you'll find in there for sure. But no, it's more of a conspiracy action adventure.
Now I'm seeing in this monsters. Is there a hook for monsters as well as aliens in the book?
Yeah, so it's the idea of conspiracies. You have aliens, you have cryptids, you have all that kind of stuff. Things like Sasquatch and werewolf, and I mean, you can see a lot of that stuff up there, and all sorts of neat creatures that you've never heard of before, and then ones that you would know if you were like deep into the conspiracy kind of stuff.
Now, talk to us about the artist, because I know you mentioned the writers behind it, but talk to us about the artist. Give some love to that artist.
Greg Warrenchak, I love him. He's the artist on Belial that's coming out March 5th. You heard it here first, folks. And also on Welcome to the Void as we enter into our next issue. So I love everything that Greg does. He's got, first off, he's skilled, he's fast, he's incredibly professional, and I love his style. It's fairly realistic with a little bit of cartooniness thrown in there.
All right, and the colorist, Avery
Ferdinand. Holy crap, he is solid and amazing, and he actually did the colors for Harlan Buck.
Okay.
And so yeah, he's super talented, young guy from the Philippines, really really good.
And finally, we got to give some love to the letterer,
Michael Wagner. Yeah, he's my letterer for Welcome to the Void, and he's done that dude's done tons of stuff. What a great guy. He has his own El Diablo Azul comic book, and then he does tons of work, and he also does a crap load of stuff with Gene and that gang. So yeah, there's a lot of us have done a fair amount of stuff.
and this is a true story. I did not know this until Eric told me. This is actually Chuck's mugshot from an indecent exposure charge. I don't know how he got it, but he wound up getting the mugshot. He wanted to use the mugshot. It was pretty cool, you know.
He didn't even. Hey kiddo, how are you doing? I'm live right now. So this is my kiddo. Yeah, no, that is my look at the plush background on that. Like, that's my freaking couch. But obviously it's a mugshot. They just took the picture at home. Screw it.
Yeah, that's not a couch. We all know that's a black backdrop.
It's house arrest.
It's how yeah, that. We'll go with that one. That one sounds good. So pretty exciting to have you on. I don't know if you're busy, because I know we were talking the other day. You sounded kind of busy with a lot of stuff.
I'm always busy, but I always have time for you.
Well, I meant, like, you can, if you want, you can hang out for the rest of the show. I don't really care, or you could go do your things, but we do have to move on.
I'd love to hang out. Let's do it.
All right, cool. Let's get back to the list. Yeah. You want to tell us about, well, we went all the way to the bottom. By the way, that's on Kickstarter all the way. We, skipped everything to go there.
Just for me.
That's on Kickstarter to 320. But, I mean, that's what it is. People who interact with the show get to be on the show, and we talk about what they're talking about when they can talk about it, you know? I said that real fast. I'm not even sure I understood what I said, but I think some people got it. It encourages people to be here. Do you want to introduce our next one, which I know you know about this because you talked about it a lot on our news site.
I'm looking to see where we stop.
Conceptual Heist?
Oh, okay. I honestly don't know an awful lot, but I see it everywhere, man. Wasn't this originally a webcomic?
It was, that we were talking about for over a year, that got collected.
And that's so cool, man. So many people will tell you, for those of you guys who aren't creators, so many of us are told all the time, if you're going to start in comics, start on a webcomic. And a lot of us are like, screw that. We're gonna do it the hard way. But this is the truth, is that by the time you've gotten a lot of that webcomic done, you have so much to be able to collect and show off, and it is a much cheaper way to do it rather than print.
All right, let's go to the video and see what the Conceptual Heist is all about. And this is music, by the way, from the YouTube free use library.
It's the year 2009. Gemma Heiss is about to steal one of the most famous paintings in history from a space station 350 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Do you want to join the heist?
Hello, I'm JDC, writer and co-creator of Conceptual Heist. For almost 4 years, Matt Gagnon and I have been telling Gemma's story in the comic strip Conceptual Heights twice a week. Now that we've come to the end of our first story arc, it's time for us to bring you Gemma's story in book form.
In the year 2090, Gemma Heiss is a museum curator, an heiress, and an absentee VP of a security company. But most importantly, she's an art thief who's about to take crime out of this world.
She may not be Robin Hood, but she's getting there.
Matt and I have come to Kickstarter to help fund the coloring and printing of Conceptual Heights Book 1 and to bring it to a larger audience. We've already had success with 2 previous Kickstarter campaigns, and now we're back to bring our series to you in a 136-page full-color volume. We have plenty of great rewards for backing. The trade paperback, the limited edition hardcover, signed prints, and some original art by our very own Matt Gagnon. And if you stay tuned to the Kickstarter, we're planning on hosting some live streams, where we'll be announcing some fun and exciting experiences as rewards for backing. By funding this project, we'll only be months away from taking this story from the web and placing it into your hands.
This is your best chance to get the adventure in full color. So choose your reward, back us on Kickstarter, and join the hype.
Now, we're going to stay to the very end of the video because it's got something funny coming, but we have some comments that I'm going to talk about with this. Joe Vallon says, webcomics are just a way for me to draw traffic for the first printing. Your mileage might vary, but also a good way to gauge interest before you dump a bunch of money into printing, and that's not a bad idea for a webcomic. I just don't have the energy for the webcomics. I don't. You have to reformat them. You have to hit it every week at a certain time. And I could live up to the schedule, but I don't know. My ADHD, that small amount. Ooh,
All right.
there we go. And wait for it.
The year is 2090, and Gemma Heiss is about to steal one of the most famous paintings in all of history. The year is 2090, and Gemma Heiss is about to steal one of the most famous paintings in history. It is the year 2090, and Gemma Heiss is about to steal one of the most famous paintings in history. Why am I doing this accent?
The year is 2009, and Gemma, how do you breathe in this thing?
I mean, there's a lot of sense of humor in there. I love the gag reels when people do it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you think now? You've seen the video.
Oh yeah. No, I think that one, and you know what? I have seen that one now. I've seen so many of them, so you start to lose it. But yeah, man, it looks like a real keeper. I like that one a lot.
Now we have this guy, Travis. I think people have heard about this guy. He's a guy named Travis Gibb.
I don't know much about it.
He does something about AAA or something, and it's like a mechanic book. It's like, how can you fix a car or something? I don't know. You want to watch the video?
No. Yeah, we can watch it.
All right. Let's see the AAA video. At least it doesn't have that Dog Days piano music. I actually like this music. And we can talk over this one because this is just all music.
Oh, okay. So we can add some Mystery Science Theater shit to it.
Oh, we should definitely do that. Two
Right.
dudes who
A
answer.
very white guy.
It's the classic team up of white and black dude. And some guy who spent too much time on the internet. And it's Kingpin. It's Kingpin. He's back off of Netflix.
It's Kingpin Dark.
It's Kingpin Dark. No, that guy's white, I think, in this.
No, he's not.
No, I mean, in that... Oh, no, I was thinking of the other one. In the other book, he's white. In the one that we just had, yeah. So 2 dudes kill themselves. You know, it is what it is.
Have you read it yet?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Kidding around aside.
That's good.
Kidding around aside, it is a good book.
Yeah, it is.
He did a really good job. It's just more fun to make fun of him.
Yeah.
I always tease him as the onslaught of ego. If you listen to Travis, he created the world in 6 days, and he rested on the 7th and made a Kickstarter fund.
I thought it was 2.
Travis Gibb is awesome, though. Kidding around aside, we mess with him because we can,
We love him.
and he's not on the show. That's what happens when he takes time off and doesn't pay attention to what we're doing. But you
That's
guys,
what you get for having a pregnant wife, dude. Ha!
yeah, he did it.
Well, probably.
The tests will tell. All right, Maury, here we come. Kerry King presents The Phantom Line. Have you seen this one?
I have seen this one. This one looks pretty cool. I'm not like big into the superheroes and whatnot, but this one does look pretty neat.
Yeah, and this is audio by Jungle Avanto Market. I think I'm saying that right. It is free to use. So when we've done this, we've gone out of our way. We've checked with the creators to find out if the music's not only okay to use, but we want to give credit to the people who have the music, right? We want to help them grow as well. So let's check out The Phantom Lion.
Hey, this is Kerry King. Thank you for taking a moment to consider supporting this project. Let's get right to it. I want you to read this amazing comic book. Think of it as Snake Eyes meets Jack Bauer, located in Africa. This is issue number 1, Lenny Conrad's transformation from father and world-famous photojournalist to Phantom Lion, superhero with lion powers. I can't wait to introduce to you all of the characters, the plot, and the subplots. It is a tangled web of superheroes, supervillains, mystery, humor, romance, secret codes, exploding things, and epic battles. You might see hints of my favorite comic books like G.I. Joe, Spider-Man, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm also influenced by books like The Chronicles of Narnia and The Lord of the Rings. I bring you relatable characters that will fuel your imagination. You can read more details about the story down below. We have some great rewards, including one-of-a-kind fan art from comics that inspired Phantom Lion, and an exclusive coffee blend to highlight the story location, Tanzania, Africa. This is an exclusive offer only for this Kickstarter campaign. Plus, if we work hard, we can unlock some fantastic stretch goals. I'm proud to offer you a moment of entertainment, a moment of reflection and fun, a moment to forget about your worries and to see things from a different perspective. Thank you so much for making this dream a reality.
And we actually have a link for you guys in the watch party, and I'm going to put it on over in our regular thing for Joe Valen's webtoon Lilith's Cradle. So you guys should definitely check that out. The one thing about this project that I will say, I think it's kind of ballsy to have a white character in Africa. I got to give him credit. That's interesting, you know?
Yeah, my other thing that I was thinking, and this is no disrespect meant, but I always wonder about how smart it is to mention the influences when talking about a comic book, because, and he really kind of showed a lot of them. So my worry is that when I read it, I have those influences in mind. I would rather it felt like an homage rather than you out and out telling me, you know what I mean? Because then it makes me feel like, as I'm reading, I'm like, oh yeah, there's G.I. Joe, and there's Spider-Man, and there's this, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you. I get that. I definitely get that. But I mean, it looks cool. I love the art in it.
Yeah.
And I think the character's going to be out of place where he's going to be, and I think that could lead to some interesting storytelling. And, you know, that's why I brought up the fact that he was this white guy in Africa, because I think he's, they said, he's kind of out of place, and what happens when he's going to have to represent an entire continent that he might not be from. And by the way, this is Lilith's Cradle from Joe Valen, and I've read some of this. It's awesome. You guys have got to check it in. I like the intro to the pain, but that's just me. You guys might realize that a little later in the program for those who don't know me that well, because I know that I've added a whole bunch of friends. I don't know what it is, but in the last 3 months, I've added over 600 friends.
Yeah. I've found that too. It's just a lot of people suddenly, I don't know, interested in what we do.
Yeah, and it's so hard to say no. Like, if I say no to you, you need help. And like when the indie devil says no to your friendship, you're either definitely a spam bot, a Russian sex bot, which, you know, I don't do anything with Russian sex bots because it feels good at first, and then you wake up without a hard drive in the morning. And the third type are the people who clearly just want to tag me in everything that they can to sell their Ray-Ban glasses. My God, do I not like Ray-Ban glasses at all anymore.
Yeah, right?
Now, we know this guy. This is that Frank Martin guy. Name rings a bell, right?
It definitely does.
Should we see the Hollow Testament it's about?
Yeah, and this is what's it, Luke Cooper?
Sounds right. I think you're right. We're gonna find out in a second. Oh wow, this is new. They added a new little intro.
Hi, I'm Frank Martin, creator of Modern Testament.
And I'm Luke Cooper, creator of Hollow Girl.
On the surface, both of our comics couldn't be further apart. One is an anthology that follows ancient beings in modern times, and the other is a gritty, supernatural action thriller about one girl's quest for revenge.
But they're actually more alike than you might think. Hollow Girl at its core is driven by deep biblical themes like vengeance and restless spirits, which makes her perfect to go up against a cast of mythological creations.
Following the same format as Modern Testament, Hollow Testament contains 3 standalone short stories, pitting Hollow Girl against a different biblical being in each one.
She will have to face off against Joan the Divine, Cain, and Death, as she continues her mission to help tortured souls find peace.
Now, did you edit
Thanks for
this?
taking the time to check out the Hollow Testament campaign. And please let us know if you have any questions.
I figured I'd ask on every project.
To support our project, please click on the reward tier of your choice. Your pledge to bring this project to life will be very much appreciated.
I think it'd just be quicker that way. Is this one of yours?
I'm open the one that I didn't edit.
Now, kidding around aside, you know about Geek Girl, right?
Yes, I do.
Did you see that powerful interview that me and Sam Johnson had?
No, I didn't.
You have to watch The Advocator, not The Advocator, the Creator Talk with Sam Johnson. I didn't mean it to really be what it turned out to be, and as someone who does interviews, you never know where your interview is going to go. There have been some interviews, I'll be honest with you, I wanted to hang up and not be part of that interview. And then there are the average interviews where you have fun, you pass back and forth. But this one, we got deep. Not even intentionally, but it got real deep in a real good way. And we were talking about a lot of stuff. It turns out that the second girl, the girl to wear the glasses, was based on a real human being. And I'd known that real human being had, and her name's Summer, by the way, the character.
Yeah.
I know that the human being had gotten sick, but I hadn't realized that a week before filming that, she had passed away. And I had spoken to her, and I had talked about doing an interview with her about how it affected her, and we had had a good conversation, and then she got sick. And ironically, I must have actually messaged her the day after she died, and I didn't even realize it.
I did. So I did know her, and she added me on Facebook, and her and I had spoken a little bit, and she was really sweet and nice. I did not know that she had passed. That's brutal.
And I didn't know. You know, I'd known about her. I didn't know that she had just passed. And from that point on, like and it didn't go negative. Like it became like a celebration. And we started to really talk about the importance of characters. And honestly, like out of all the interviews I've done, and I've done a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
It is honestly, excuse me, in my top 10 easy of interviews I'm proud of. And interviews that I would send out if people wanted me to, like if they were going, Rob, we want you to have a job as an interviewer. We're serious, but we want to see what you think is your best interview. I'm telling you right now, I would send that interview. That is how proud I am of that interview. So it is definitely something worth looking at. and watching. I was super proud of it. And ironically, we went to record it. Something went wrong with the recording and only recorded 1 second. So the only thing we have for it is the Facebook video, which kind of disappointed me. But I was like, we got it. It's filmed. You know what I mean? Like, take my win where I can. But you guys got to check it out. And knowing that this is like now a character that is what's the word?
Immortalized.
Immortal. Thank you. Immortalized in comic book format, and the fact that the character, as she gave back the glasses to the original Geek Girl, kind of steps in the way to protect her friend and takes a beating for her is so powerful, and that just shows the power of that young woman and how much Sam was inspired by her. So let's check this video out and see about Geek Girl's return. And there isn't any music in this one, so you could talk over it.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm still blown away by the story, man. Like I said, I got to speak to her and everything, so wow.
Just turn down the volume a bit, because the music really doesn't matter. I really love what he's doing, though. I'm blown away by his ability to deal with characters and the way he is, you know.
Yeah, I've heard really good things. I haven't read it, to be honest, but I've heard really good things about it, and so it's on my radar for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and I think this is where it ends. It's got a weird cutoff in the video. Sam doesn't even know how that happened. He didn't actually film it, but it's got like a minute of dead air. And I actually watched it because I thought there might have been something. There wasn't. Don't you hate that when you watch everything and you turn out you just suck? You're the guy who waited.
I just wasted my life.
Yeah, like I can't get that minute back. Oh, well. So Chester Simon presents Beast Mode Arrival, issue number 1. Beast Mode Arrival issue 1 is a 24-page adventure-style comic about a race of people who turn into beasts. I mean, you have me at that, right? Like, how many times have you wanted to turn into an animal to just go crazy on someone? And this is music by Epidemic, and let's check it out. Let's see what it's got. I believe the creator talks in this. I don't think this is. Oh no, this is that short trailer. Okay. So this is going to be over before it starts. Now, for those of you guys watching, we've been hanging out with a guy named Joel Rodriguez. Joel Rodriguez has this the Dust County Chronicles, and he's been doing a tournament, and he's actually live on actual Facebook right now. He's apparently competing with us, so I think we should go screw with him a little bit.
I'm good with that.
Let's go over there.
Let me just give you the basic rundown of Dust County.
Hey, Kickstarter Talk is on.
It starts with a question. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Toy Story was a slasher?
Why?
What about if Peter Pan required a sacrifice to get into Neverland? Those are the type of questions that I ask, and instead of going to therapy, I decided to write them down.
I would have tried therapy.
And Rob is posting that the Kickstarter Talk is on and watching. So, hi everyone at Kickstarter Talk. Why would I compete with Kickstarter Talk, Rob? I honestly didn't even realize that Kickstarter Talk was going on. That was my bad. I didn't realize until it was far too late, and I had already scheduled this. When does it go live? The Kickstarter for the Dust County Chronicles goes live on March 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern. Hi, Kickstarter Talk audience. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the Dust County Chronicles. And for those in the Kickstarter Talk audience, I would love to give my pitch. Rob, do I have a second to give the pitch before you guys move on?
He has 2.
He has 2. Chuck says 2.
I'll wait just a second to see if there's any delay with that.
I said, Chuck says 2 seconds.
Did you win the tournament? It's not that kind of tournament, Rob. Okay. Rob gave me permission, so I apologize for anyone watching the stream who just heard this. But anyway, Chuck says 2 seconds. Okay, I can get you hooked in 2 seconds. It starts with a question. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Toy Story was a slasher? What about if Peter Pan required a sacrifice to get into Neverland? Those are the type of questions that I ask and try to answer within the Dust County Chronicles. The Dust County Chronicles is a horror parody mini anthology that takes childhood stories that we know and love and twists them into nightmarish versions of themselves. In addition to those 2 stories that I previously mentioned, I also tackle what if Superman was secretly insane? So to the public, he's still the people's hero. Everyone loves him. But what happens to the villains when he disappears with them? And then in Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, what if instead of 3 bears, it was 3 bloodthirsty werewolves? So the Dust County Chronicles takes 4 self-contained 5-page short stories and puts them all together in one 24-page comic. And it takes all of the stories that you love and completely ruins your childhood. It is a great time, and I hope that you guys come check it out on March 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's launching on Kickstarter. Okay, Chuck, sorry. That went a bit over 2 seconds, but thanks for sticking around, guys. I will let you guys get back to the Kickstarter talk. Thank you guys for stopping by. You're more than welcome to hang out if you want, but I think Rob has his own show going on too, so sorry, Rob, didn't mean to compete.
I told him I'm going to back it on day 1 so hard.
There was...
Hey, did you laugh?
Thanks for returning your childhood. No problem, Rob. I'm happy to do it. Rob says he's going to back this so hard on day 1. How hard, Rob? How hard? And thanks, man. I really appreciate the support. You, Travis, everyone in the Indie Advocates team, you guys have been
he didn't mention you.
Great
That's
support
cool.
Since I decided to go forward with this.
He gave Travis your credit.
Woo!
Tell me about the showcase. Of course. The Indie Showcase, as you guys know, is going to be at the Acme Superstore, and anyone that decides to go to the showcase, it is the first of 3 events that I will be at. It is a bunch of indie comics creators, and one of the biggest things for Dust County is if you come, and this is super simple. You like free stuff? I know you love free stuff. I love free stuff. If you come to my table and you say, hey, I want to do the tour of Dust County, or even we just start talking about it and I bring up the tour, you get a free pin. And it's this pin, as you can see, it's got the Acme logo there. So this is an event-exclusive pin. You can only get it at this event. And it's Dust County. It's centered around superheroes because, you know, the Acme logo has a superhero in it. So I thought it just kind of fit. But all you have to do to get this pin is you take a picture with me and you post it on your social media, whatever social media it is. And you tag Metal Ninja Studios. And that's it. You walk away with a free pin. On top of that, if you come to the 3rd event, there are 3, Acme Showcase. I'm doing a launch party on March 1st at Gods and Monsters, as well as March 16th, an event at Banff Comics. Those are the 3 events I have between now and the end of the Kickstarter. If you come to all 3 of those events and get all 3 of the pins, because each one is going to have its own thing, All right, Rob is taking off. I will see you guys later. Be sure to stop by, get a pin, and I can tell you more about some free stuff you get.
All right, enough about Joel. Back to our show. Are you sold? Do you want me to get you a pin from Acme?
Yeah, that'd be cool, actually.
I'll be like, Chuck says he wants his pin because you took more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, well, since he didn't mention me as a member of the team, hey, I think he owes me a damn pin.
That was cold, man. He like gave Travis all your credit. Travis is like the guy who drives by and gives us more work to do, and then just like takes the credit for creating the site.
The Tom Sawyer of comics. Everybody else does the work, but he gets the love.
He gets all the love. He's like, these guys, let me tell you, I wrote Barbara Unleashed. I just let Rob have it.
Really?
But you know about Spirit's Destiny, right? From my friend
Yeah,
George.
I backed it.
So she's actually going to be at the indie showcase he was just talking about.
Oh, cool.
And the worst thing you guys can do if you haven't learned now is if Chuck is on Kickstarter Talk or on any program with me, don't go live when we're together. This has taught you never to go live when we're around because we will come and invade your show.
I'm with you. Yeah.
That's it. It's like, oh, you want to compete? Okay, let's do it. But what I wouldn't compete with is Spirit's Destiny, and here's why. Check this amazing video out and bring it up. Here's my friend, Dorfis. Come on, Kickstarter. Do what you're supposed to do. Play the damn video. There we go.
Hey guys, my name is Dorfis Jean. I am a creator and writer at Short Fuse Media Group, Red Band. Question is, why did I create my comic book series Spirit's Destiny? I wanted to create a character that shows the positive aspect of Haitian females. I hit on the historical facts of Haiti. The artist behind Spirit's Destiny is Julie Anderson, where she created the main cover and illustrated the whole book. Can we say Black Girl Magic? Let me tell you something about Destiny. She's rebellious. She's 16 years old and can be very witty. She's like the illustration of myself. As a Haitian American, I am infatuated with my culture. We are strong. We are brave. We are ambitious. And we are inspirational. The best part about supporting this Kickstarter is that there are a variety of pledges. Short Fuse always says, we always deliver. Thank you guys for following me throughout this whole creative journey. I hope you guys can support, share, or pledge throughout my Kickstarter to help me continue making comic books like this. I really appreciate it. Love you guys.
And this is doing phenomenal on Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
Just
what are they at, almost 6K?
Let's take a quick look. Let's go over there. She's just amazing. Great creator. The energy you see and the way she talks about it just shows you the power. Yep. They are $6 off. Someone get her to $6,000. 223 backers. That's actually more than Travis Gibb. And if you know it's more than Travis Gibb, you know that it is absolutely awesome. It is just groundbreaking. She's reinventing the internet.
It's not even believable at this point.
It's not even believable. Like Travis's next thing will have 450 people. But no, seriously, kidding around aside, all female production team. So when people talk about females not being in comics, when people talk about there not being diversity in comic books, my answer is always, you're not reading indie comics. You're seriously not. You're paying attention to the mainstream, and that's why it's letting you down, because you're not looking for things like the Indie Showcase happening this Saturday from 10 to 5 at the Longwood amazing store called the Acme Superstore. And speaking of amazing, do you know about Chaotic Flux, right?
I do.
What are your thoughts on it?
Man, I don't know enough about the story, but that art is badass. It's gorgeous.
Should we show them what we're talking about?
I think we definitely should.
Let's do it. This is a YouTube video, so I guess it was going to play, but now it just isn't. So you give credit to someone and they ruin it.
They talked badly about Travis Gibb.
It's like, do not talk about my maker that way. Music Rex Final Beat is the story, by the way, and this is copyright free. The music's name is Gillot. So yeah, but check out this art. This art is like super cool. I actually got to read the story in a beta version. I haven't read the final one, but I like what I saw in the beta version. It has promise. It has promise. It's not a bad story. It had some like interesting like twists. I like the character. It was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, the problem with reading a beta, you don't get to see the final.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know how it ends, so I can't tell you exactly how it ends. I can tell you that it definitely looked interesting. I know they were trying to work out a few things, and hopefully they worked those out. But, I mean, the art's fantastic. They've got a story. As long as and me and you've talked about this, as long as they take care of the story and take care of the characters, they'll do well.
Yes, I agree.
And that's always what it is. And being my editor, the most important thing to me is always characters.
Yeah.
My characters matter more than anything else. Harpies #2 is on Kickstarter. It's the return of Harpy's second chapter of their adventure. You don't want to miss what happens. We can't show the video because of the music, but I encourage you guys to check out Harpies, especially if you like boobs. Moby Dick, Back to the Deep #2. Gil T. Wilson presents The Legendary Whale has returned to a small coastal town and to wreak havoc on its unsuspecting residents. Now, honestly, did you ever think that you'd hear of not only a Moby Dick comic book, but like a sequel to Moby Dick?
I'm still stuck on, especially if you like boobs.
It's those subtle comments that stay with you. They visit with you.
They do.
Marcel's going to write me a nasty message. Why would you do that, Rob? But I like boobs, Marcel.
Hey.
That's why I backed it.
I'm going to sell them. No, I think this is really cool. Have not read it yet, but I like the idea that they're trying to take a classic and play upon it and make it bigger and bigger. So, I love that idea a lot.
But doesn't that dude, like, who's pirating the ship look like a zombie?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what that's about. Like, what's going on with him? And we can't play the video, unfortunately.
Yeah, it begs a lot of questions.
We can't play it because the creator didn't actually know where the music or never got back to me. This creator never got back to me, so I can't verify the music. But I do encourage you guys to maybe take a look at it. You might know this thing, right?
I do.
This Kyron Silva. He did like a cover or something, didn't he?
He did.
Why don't you take it away?
Beautiful cover I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna let, since you owe him, I'm gonna let you go ahead and show some love.
Okay, man. This is Kyron Silva. This is the trade. I believe this is Showman's Destiny 1 through 6. And it's on Indiegogo right now. And honestly, this book is not getting near the kind of love that it deserves. I would beg for you guys to go and check it out. It's complete. It's done. So the nice thing is that you're going to get it very quickly.
Do you know
you have to wait a long time for it.
Do you know, ironically, I didn't know about this till today when I finally got to our group. I hadn't checked our group since last Thursday when I last did the news for the week. And oh my God, people were posting in it so much. We had over 50 like new comments. It drove me crazy today. It took a long time to actually get it all onto the site. And buried inside of it, apparently Kyron had launched this, and I don't think anyone's seen it. Because if I don't see it, there's a good chance no one else is seeing it. Is he promoting it?
Yeah. I mean, Kyron is everywhere, pushing as much as he can, but it's tough to get through the algorithms and stuff. And I don't. You know what? I can't give you a good reason why it's stalling.
And is this just on?
Pardon me?
Is this just on Indiegogo? Or is this a Kickstarter that I missed? Because a lot of our friends double dip now. They start at Kickstarter and then they top off on Indiegogo. Is that what's going on here? Did I miss a Kickstarter?
No, it's not. This has been out for a while, actually, and I think he's just trying to get people excited about it. And so, yeah,
because it's. I saw how much it has, and we have to change that.
Yes, we do.
Like I was kind of shocked by it. And for those who don't know, he gave us a beautiful cover, and we're gonna have to go show it. There's definitely no way that we can talk about this and not show it. And I think that it's Indiegogo. For those who don't know, if you go to Indiegogo, don't expect your audience to be there. you're going to have to go find your audience on Indiegogo. It's not at Kickstarter. There's a chance someone might see it. They might pick your project to love it. It's easy to share. Indiegogo is like the exact reverse. You have to be the one to tell people where to go. If you're not telling people where to go, they're not going to back your project.
Yeah, and you need it, and you really need an audience for it.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, has he been promoting? Because sometimes people do Indiegogos that they're not really pushing too hard. Travis is doing that. Like, he's not really pushing his throat down too hard. And I know a couple other friends who don't really push it. They really do use it as a top off. Hey, if you missed it, this is a pre-order campaign. No, they don't go crazy with it. But like, I mean, he deserves a lot more, especially if he's trying to fund this. And I didn't realize, like, I thought maybe this was a top off, and that's why I hadn't seen it. I guess Indiegogo's on the no good list with Facebook because I didn't see it anywhere. If he hadn't have posted it in our group, I would have missed it.
Yeah, he's been putting it up. I've seen it for a little bit now. Actually, I've been talking about it for about 2 weeks, and I mentioned it on one of the Indie Comic News once.
I did hear you say it, but I assumed it was coming because I looked on my feed for Kyron, and I saw something he did, and it wasn't there. And I was like, well, maybe he's doing it soon. Maybe I misheard your news, because sometimes when you're doing the news, in all honesty, I'm also typing in the site and I'm updating something. So every so often I might mishear something, and as I was typing it, I didn't go to his page, and that's probably my bad. I probably should have gone to check his page to see what was going on. And here's the beautiful cover from the Advocator. It's going to be one of the covers that we print next week. That is beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that virgin cover, man.
Is he offering the Advocator in that?
No.
We should extend that to him after giving us the cover, at least in a PDF form. At least as a PDF, you know?
Yeah, I can do that.
You know, and
I was going to send him some of my covers anyways, for appreciation. But yeah, let me fire him a message.
And we got to get with all the other Advocator team, because this really helped in the last couple weeks of the campaign. This was something people talked about and shared. So it's time for us to return the favor, and that's what Indie Comics is. You back each other up, and you deliver, and you go out of your way to help each other out. And that's what we're going to do for our friend Kyron. So I really want you guys to check this out. Go to Indiegogo, back this amazing project. He's a great creator. A lot of energy in this project. And did we see the video? I feel like we never showed the video.
We did not. Let's see it.
Let's see it. And we'll turn down because it's just music again. And is he the artist of this? You might know that.
He is.
So this is all his art.
Yeah.
So he's the writer, he's the artist. Is he the letterer too in this?
I don't know. I don't want to go on. I don't want to say for sure on that one.
That's fair. But I mean, you're not the editor. You're not the editor on this, because this has already happened for years.
Yeah. This is before my time. This is before I was into comics.
Yeah.
Like before I was on the scene.
Yeah, so he might ask you to re-edit it one day as it goes to, like, because I could see him definitely going to maybe like a short fuse or maybe a Scout Comics with this.
He was with one called Big Tree.
Yeah, but that one failed last year.
I don't know what happened with that, but he seems to be really happy kind of doing his own thing. And he actually has one that I did edit coming out soonish, as soon as his Saw issue 2 gets out, and that's Ruby from the Planet Oz.
I've been hearing a lot about that. Like, people are talking about that being something big.
It's gonna be cool, man. It's a really interesting new take on Oz, on all of that stuff, and I'm really excited to see it come out.
Oh man! Now, speaking of excited, what happens when animals start telepathically linking with each other?
I don't know. I think we should see.
What happens when a cock attacks you? And we're talking about a rooster. Get your heads out of the gutter.
Mine was in.
This is murder issue number 2. And by the way, this is music from Marvin Maddox. You can find it on his Facebook profile. This is someone who actually knows Matthew Luis, who brings us this project. So that's pretty cool. He actually has a friend hooking him up with music, and he'd actually reached out to his friend to make sure that we could play it, and he said, yeah, you're good. So we actually have the backing of the actual artist directly in this case.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is always good when you can actually have the artist directly. This does look like, seriously, like, I'm going to go eat a burger to teach some cows a lesson right after this video. We're going to have some chicken. Look at that chicken. That's a crazy chicken. This is some, like, shit that you'd have nightmares about. You just eating a burger and a cow comes out, tries to kill you.
You got me snorting, dude.
Good news is you leave with a leather jacket if you know what you're doing. Now, what's not a laughing matter at all is what Victor Dandridge is doing. Oh, my God. I got to be honest with you, Chuck. Last night, he went live, and he was so close to hitting this goal. So if he raised $2,500, he would be able to bring this project to 10 schools. And you got to see what this is. I was there when 2,500 came over. You should have seen his face. Oh, my God. It's on our site. You guys got to look at it. The reason I'm so excited and such a good friend and a fan beyond anything else of Victor Dandridge is this man's sincerity, his passion, and his drive. Check out what he's doing for children. And for those who know me well enough, know that children are something that I advocate for more than anything else. Take it away, Vic.
I need my keys and hey, hi, I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics. You literally just caught me on my way out to start talking about my You Create Comics line. Actually, since you're here,
oh, come on. What happened? That's got to be Kickstarter.
Internet.
This is Kickstarter. I don't know. Recently, Kickstarter's been real, like, odd about life. And it's just about sharing it. I don't know why. I don't know if they're suddenly having a problem sharing their stuff. But I actually have it, and we'll go directly to this.
And their potential
there it goes. That ain't great. It's fat. Let's start over.
and earnings out here in the world.
Let's start it over, and let's give Vic
Dad,
due
my
time.
keys and hey, hi, I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics. You literally just caught me on my way out to start talking about my You Create Comics line. Actually, since you're here, can I start with you? You Create Comics is my in-class programming that I do to kind of instill education with some cool with comic books. It's kind of important to me, actually. As a kid, I didn't like to read until I got into comics, and it kind of changed everything. Put me on a cool path and has made me as successful as I am today. So I kind of want to give back a bit, you know? I'm really kind of starting with my hometown and trying to make sure that, kids in Columbus, Ohio have an opportunity, much like I did, to explore comics and see how that impacts their education and their potential future and earnings out here in the world. So, I could really use your help with that. I'm trying to raise at least $250 to be able to bring my programming to one school in Central Ohio with a high-end goal of $2,500 to maybe reach 10 schools with a potential of 2,000 students. Now, obviously, yes, you might not be from Columbus, so maybe that might not be your bag, but it really would mean the world to me if you could at least share, talk about, or influence in some way, shape, or form this project to imminent success. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to succeed and excel, and comic books is all about that. The superheroics are all about inspiration and leading us to our higher selves. So with your help, I think we can actually do it. If you get a second, please donate, pledge. These are some of the prizes that you'll have. These are actually from the You Create Comics line that can help you make your own very own comic material, right? I mean, like literally yours. You create it. That's kind of the name. It's clever, right? I know. But if not, feel free, share. Share with somebody that knows that their kids love comics or is into the comic book medium, and maybe they will be able to support. Either way, with your help, I know we can empower learning to imminent success for some Central Ohio students. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
Now, did you know about this program really well?
Not really well, but yeah, I did. Actually, I think it's awesome, but my wife, Wendy, has been huge showing it off and talking about it as much as possible. Really excited by it.
And we're trying to get Victor to team up with Comics in the Classroom.
I think that's a match made in heaven, honestly.
Oh my goodness! If that happens, I would be. And I'm the one who's trying to get them together, to get them to start talking. I think there's something there that definitely will work out for everybody. Speaking of working out, Drexel's having a workout on Kickstarter. It's doing great. We can't play the video. It's got some copyrighted music, but you guys should definitely take some time and find out what happens when monsters collide. Let's check out John. How do you say that his name? Schlim? I always forget. Schlim, right? He's going to take it over. He's going to talk to us about infinitive agents. Take it away, John.
John Schlim Jr.
Schlim, yeah.
I'm a writer who's been blessed with bringing 2 comic book series to life through this amazing platform in the backers here on Kickstarter, and I'm about to launch a new one, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. It's an intergalactic star-jumping adventure comic called The Infinity Agents, and the biggest influence is really drawn from Jack Kirby, who was probably the biggest influence on me as a comic creator. And for me, it was his unbridled enthusiasm for what he was doing, the passion that showed through, not just through his art, but through the storytelling, the character creations, the worlds that he brought to life, and everything that went along with that, including the inexplicable energies of the Kirby Crackle, the amazing gadgetry of the Kirby tech, and all that entailed. So, drawing on the influences of some of his creations like the Fantastic Four and the Humans, the Eternals, his wonderful Fourth World saga, this story begins and originates with some heroic human beings who, through a twist of fate, find themselves catapulted into worlds beyond imagination, traveling to different planets and meeting different alien races and creatures and powerful unearthly creatures, just like you would see in some of the old Kirby stories. And it's not like I'm trying to mimic Jack's work or think that I can compare to his writing. It's nothing like that. I'm just letting his influence pour through me and to bring this story to life. And even the artwork, Joel Kotohar's made a name for himself in the indie level, and really he should be working for the big 2. This guy's line work is just absolutely incredible. And he's bringing this story to life in partnership with me, and with colorist Isai Manaki and letterer Robin Jones. But Joel's pencils, he's not trying to mimic Jack Kirby's style. He doesn't need to, because his style is incredible. And I can't wait for you to take a look at the pages right below here to see how this story comes to life. So, if you like some of the series like I mentioned, if you like intergalactic saga steeped in melodramatic human nature stories, and maybe we'll even revisit some social issues as we go through fighting monsters and traveling to the Infinity Zone, then come along with me to the Infinityverse, meet the Infinity Agents in this untold, numerous cast of characters that I guarantee are going to thrill you. Thank you.
Now let me ask you, Chuck, you said you didn't like the nod to other people. What did you think about that one?
I think that one's different because, first off, like he said, Joel's not trying to do Kirby stuff too much, and it's more like it's a singular nod to someone that he really respects and appreciates. And I mean, he's Kirby had an effect on the entire comics industry, but also he had a very distinct and yet wide arrayed style, and so there's still a lot to play in there. But I feel like when you mention specific things, I'm gonna be looking through there. Whereas when I get to read this, I'll just be like, yeah, that's cool. If Joe was around, this might be something that he worked on. So I don't know. I maybe that's just me.
No, I think that's a fair assessment of the situation.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have a problem with comparison, but I do think some people do lean in too much to a comparison, where they're almost trying to pitch. Like I was listening to someone yesterday basically saying that they created a better Rick or Morty, and you don't say that. Fans get to say that. You don't get to say that. Like I say that, and notice, I have never, in all the time that I've said it, as much as I hate 50 Shades of Grey, I have never said that ours is better. I have implied it, but I've never said it because that's for fans to say. I've always said, imagine if someone who is an adult wrote a book about the F word. Can't say the F word. Don't say it live. Don't say it live. Nope, I almost did it. But you know what I'm saying. But I think the fans... Yeah, I think the fans get to say it. But speaking of being a fan, I saw this and I was like, What? You got to check this out.
That's some cheesecake right there.
Oh man, they have a picture of our hand. Let's turn it down because it's just music. So you got to check this out. It's a little hard to read. I didn't like the white font that they used.
Yeah.
Like
it mixed in with all the other white on the page.
Yeah. So it's a little hard to check it out, but I mean, this was like pretty badass actually. It's already doing fantastic on Kickstarter. And I mean, and here comes, oh wow, I don't know why Shaman's, I gotta look at that. We actually have the Shaman's Destiny actually here too, as a glitch. It must have gotten there when I added it today. But so it's got Shaman's Destiny's now got a great hook. It's got a great ad space right now. But check this out. I mean, you know, yes, there are books that are very sexy and they push the limits of being sexy. But this book doesn't apologize for it. It knows that it's doing that, and it kind of like lives in that space, and it has no problem. And I kind of respect books that do that, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I totally agree with it. If that's where you're at and what you're living, yeah, do it.
You know, lean in, and they definitely lean into that. And you see this interesting world come to life, and I am definitely impressed by what they did. It is a little weird. I don't know why this kind of threw me. Like, there's this little kid, and apparently the little kid grows up and becomes like a big boobed girl. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, because are they implying it's like a 3-year-old, or not 3, but like a 7 or 8-year-old who suddenly becomes a teenager, or does she stay a teenager? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Because right here, like, she looks really young. She actually looks like what's the proper term? They're not little people. They are.
That is the proper term.
Is it? Is it the little people? Okay. So it looks like a little person, not a child. Oh, no, I guess it is 2 different characters. Because, look, here they are. Together. Okay, phew. That makes me feel so much better about the things I've thought about that character.
But, yeah, that's definitely some mad cheesecake going on there.
But, like, they're owning it. And I love the fact that they're owning it. And I definitely, like, this definitely makes me think me and David can hang out. Like me and David need to talk. We need to talk because we could have some interesting stories to share. Because, I mean, you know David Campelli?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should know him. He's a great guy. But that certainly looks like David in there, in that picture right there. Here, let's bring him up. Let's bring him up. I'm gonna show you what David looks like, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, that is definitely David." Sure, Facebook. Take your time. I don't have a life.
No.
Oh, look at that. Chuck's got a new, like, Silent Bob picture.
So that's cool. That's when I was talking about page 13, they actually showed it off. I thought we were trying to keep quiet about it. But yeah, somehow, and I'm not going to go into that, you end up inside the Dulce base and you meet the creators behind Dulce. And so it's a pretty funny picture, and obviously as the editor, I'm in there, and so I was able to, we've all taken that, and I actually did that during this broadcast. I found it and put it up as my profile picture.
So this is David.
He looks kind of like Stephen King.
A little bit. And now you've seen him, right? Check out check out that character right there. The one about to spank the girl.
I think he knows what he likes.
But, right, that's got to be David. That's a nod to David. Now,
I think so.
Let's jump all over this Dulce thing. Like, I heard you. I was distracted, but I heard you. Where's this page where I can see the creators in there? Because I honestly thought there was just a crossover with Silent Bob. I didn't realize that was you.
No, that actually is me. I'm going to, it's actually on my page. If you go on my, my Facebook page right now.
Here we go.
And that's it right there.
So that's Eric, Michael, that's you. Who's that?
Which one?
Back drawing. Is that the artist?
Yeah, that's Craig Warren Jack.
Okay. And is that Oh, I forgot his name.
Between Michael and I is Gene, and then in the very front is Avery.
Avery's got a new haircut then.
He does.
And then these are the actual characters of the book.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I dig it. I'm not sure. So there's a colored version that we're not getting to see? Or is this...
Yeah.
No, this is a different... Oh, no, so
Yeah.
there's a colored version. Why are you guys holding out?
Pardon me?
Why are you holding out?
I'm not holding out on anything. This is... We were given our little pictures and told, you can show it off now, but that's it. I haven't seen the full page pictured. The full page colored.
All right, well, speaking of holding out, why isn't this on the site?
Dude.
Why isn't that on our site? Like, the only thing I'll say is your title's not big enough.
Yeah, I had heard some other stuff about that.
Yeah, the title is the only thing that draws my eyes away. Because that title, for this kind of cover, that title should be big and huge and proud.
Yeah.
Like that first cover you had for, like, the Welcome to the Void, the Karate Kid one, you could add a small little thing on that one.
Yeah.
You know, but that deserves a huge...
So this is still like a work in progress. We're still playing with the stuff, but that image is done. We're gonna add a little speech bubble in there, and it's gonna say "Hold my beer."
That could be cute.
Yeah. It just plays to a lot of the fun and the alcoholism that is seen in Belial. Man, I'm so excited about this one. We're dropping March 5th. It's going to be big. We got some really cool, fun, never-before-seen rewards. I really liked what Travis did when he did the air fresheners for Broke Down. Yeah. So we're doing something along those lines, though they have more to do with Belial.
All right. Very cool. We're gonna get this. We got to get this on the site.
Yeah, honestly, I had planned on doing that when I saw you, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to do that. And then now we're chatting, but I'll put that up to show it off as part of the news for sure.
Oh my goodness, that is. I'm glad we took a look, man. That is definitely. That's almost a good enough cover to be on my table.
and the funny thing is that's our variant cover.
No, that's got to be your main cover.
Nah, man, though I hear you. It is an amazing cover. The only reason it's our variant is because I like to use the cover done by the interior artist as our main. And I feel like this is a variant. It's going to make people want to have both.
I hear what you're saying. Thinking. I'm not a variant person, remember. So
I know you're not.
You know, and in this rare case, I've seen the interior art. It's close enough. I don't think it's misleading, but I have to respect what you're saying. I actually have to agree that, you give because the interior artist, I guess, yeah, you give him the cover. I don't have a cover without my interior artist being the one to do the cover.
Yeah.
So I can respect what you're saying. We're actually working on something. All right. I guess it makes sense, but once it goes,
everyone acts the same way. They're like, yeah, no, I know why you made the decision. I'm like, yeah, I get where you're coming from too.
But I'll give you a hint. Do not limit this. Do not say on Kickstarter you're going to limit this cover. You want this cover on your table.
No, not at all.
You want this.
We do have a limited cover, and it's incredibly limited, and that's going to be something really neat that we do. But no, we just have the two covers, and this one I will not be limiting because it's too badass to do that.
Yeah, this should just be the cover for every issue that follows. And you should just change what he says about the beer. That's how you handle that one. All right, we do have a Kickstarter talk to get. Yeah, this is why is this flat? For the second issue. Top it off, son. I'll be back in a minute.
Top it off. I like that actually.
I'll be right back. All right, so apparently the webpage is unresponsive at this point. Oh, brother. Here we go. We're coming back. That's what happens when we go far away from it for too long. And we're messing around. Oh, by the way, you'll laugh at this. So after you've done how many radio shows? And we actually have to do your thing for this week tomorrow.
Yes.
But how many radio shows have you done with me now? all two of them, but 4 segments.
Yeah.
But you had segments. Never cursed once. Guess who broke the curse barrier?
Oh no, who?
Travis.
Travis? I was hoping it would be like Madeline or someone you would never expect.
No, Madeline's a lady. She would never.
That's why it would be funny.
Bite your tongue, young man. Speaking of which, Madeline, absolutely amazing what she's done on Kickstarter, by the way.
Oh, she's brilliant.
Now-
She's definitely to watch.
Now, Cooper's the artist of Dog Days, right? You know about this one a little bit.
Not much, actually, no.
Riccardo Fessinini?
Oh, yes, sorry, okay, yeah. I just don't know a lot about Cooper, but yes.
Oh, it doesn't say much in the video. We'll give it a look-see.
Okay.
It plays music again. It takes a place, apparently, in the Ukraine, because I saw Ukrainian symbols, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, the video doesn't show much. They do say some stuff about it. It looks kind of cool. It's about a young journalist who's on the trail of a missing writer. A ruthless, mysterious werewolf will stop at nothing to kill him. And it's got great art, man. Like, I'm all in with this kind of thing. I think I backed it. I don't know. I'm going to back it if I didn't. I want a PDF of this. I want to see this. Because if you've seen the Ukrainian symbol on the back of my arm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's from my grandfather. So whenever I see something like that, I'm like, oh crap, look, childhood.
Oh, cool.
So I mean, I dig it. I dig it. Whatever's going on here, I'm all in. Like, take my money now. And it's got like a throwback to the 1990s comics where, here we go.
I want to say thanks as first for the support. I want this book to be worldwide. For help me do that, I teamed up with Joel Rodriguez to help me with English translation and American shipping company to help get this book worldwide as a low cost. Enjoy the adventure.
Okay, so that was Joel Rodriguez, who's the editor on this one. And a lot of credit to him. English isn't his first language. It must have taken a lot of balls to do that kind of video at the end. I am a horrible person, but is it just me, or were you hoping it'd say, hey, it's me, Mario? Am I the only person? It's
the only person.
If I am, I'm okay with that. But I really want to become his friend and see if I can get him to do a video. It's me, Mario, and I am an advocator. But it looks awesome. He looks amazing. I want to be a fan. I want to get to know him better. Definitely a talented guy. We look forward to seeing more from him.
Yeah.
Speaking of seeing more, Seed Seeker's Martha Schwartz. Did you see she was making pops for this?
I did, and that's so cool. And another thing that you guys have coming to you is she has sent me the entire graphic novel, and I'm going to be reviewing it on Chuck's Raw Reviews very soon.
Oh, that's awesome. And she's also in the second Advocator.
Yep.
Which is launching, by the way, March 21st, believe it or not. We're under the gun to get this book printed. We might have to give Chuck some crayons and get going.
Pencil crayons, please.
Just a bunch. Just keep going. Don't stop till we have all the books we need. It's only 1,000. Shouldn't take you long.
I can do it. I'm a big boy now.
The quality is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
Now, this is a 3-minute video, and because it ends on the 16th, we're just going to take a quick dip in.
Will you join my crusade? I'm trying to recruit my friends and warriors of the world to help me find the long-lost sovereign and help restore our planet of great comics that are missing from our young readers.
Now, I encourage you guys to check it out. We're running late on the show. We're almost at an hour and a half. So we're going to speed up a little bit. This is our lightning round. Because these are also almost a month away, we know they'll be on the show again, so we can do it without hurting anyone. Yeah. Demons Volume number 2. It's a 130-page graphic novel. It's supernatural. It's Indiegogo. It's a rare Indiegogo project that's doing really well, actually. Which goes to show you, if you have the fan base, they will come.
And his fan base definitely swings to Indiegogo.
And speaking of swinging, let's check out Barbara Unleashed 1.
Oh, yeah.
I like the music. And music,
Not
by the way.
everyone is born to be normal.
Here we go.
Some are born to be different. For some, the rules of normal don't fit who they are. For some, life isn't about cheap sexual experiences or cheap highs. Barbara is drawn to things most would not understand, or worse, demonize. Barbara seeks to explore her dark instincts in the New York City underground. Join Barbara on her coming-of-age tale and watch her journey through the New York City underground. Learn from Barbara how not to become a victim of overeagerness. Back this project to explore the darker instincts of humans.
Now, how awesome is that, honestly, with those tears?
I like it a lot. And you know what? I'm very proud to say that so far, percentage-wise, isn't this your highest percentage backed?
No, not even close. Oh, percentage-wise.
Percentage.
Well, that's because I forgot a zero. It was supposed to be $350. It was $35. Yeah, we're like at a 3,000%. We're at something crazy. It wasn't on purpose. It's embarrassing, but I'll take the win where I can get the win.
It's a win. Well, the book is a win. Okay, this isn't something, guys. I haven't been able to tell you guys this. The other day, I went to my local comic shop and I did my first signing there. And so I spoke to the woman there, and we were having a little chat. And I asked her, I said, what did you think about the comics you bought from me? And she had bought Mr. Tatters, Welcome to the Void, and the original Barbara Unleashed. And I said, what'd you think? She said, I really like them all. I have to be honest. The F1, it's not something that I would have normally bought, but she said, it was really good and really interesting. And she said, you know, I didn't feel, it was a book that I was able to read and not feel dirty. Like I actually felt educated. And I said, yeah, that's the cool thing about that book, is that you're learning about something that you otherwise have no knowledge about whatsoever. So I'm hearing that more and more from people who are reading that.
Now, did you have the second and third issue, or did she just have the first?
I had the second and third. She only bought the first. I know. But I told her about the lexicon and the vocabulary and stuff in the second and third, and she goes, that's such a cool idea. She was really interested in that. So I think next time I do a signing, I'll bring her another copy.
Awesome. Well, I always like to hear feedback, and people are always, and it's weird, as a writer, it feels like a dig when people come to you and go, that was really well written. Like, they're surprised. Yeah. And it's like, wow, thanks for hurting me, but thank you, say more. Right? It's like when someone comes up to you and goes, no, you're really good looking. Like, they sound surprised about it, like maybe they saw your parents and didn't think it was possible.
The worst is when they come up and they go, I really liked your book. You're a very good artist. And that's when you have to go, I'm the writer.
Oh, no, I don't do that. I go, I'm better. I'm the writer. I'm the one who inspired the art.
Oh, is that okay? I like that.
Yeah, when you hear that thud, that's me putting it on the table and showing how big it is. Speaking of people who throw it on the table and don't care what people see, Larry Higgins has no apologies for what he creates, and I love the fact that he creates, and I wouldn't even call his books cheesecake as much as just fantasy, because he does it in a way where it empowers the character's sexuality, but doesn't necessarily cross over into that cheesecake realm. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that is the balance that that I would appreciate the most in seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, because you never want to see someone devalued or treated just as a sexual object. So to see them able to do something like that and really kind of follow a thin line, I like that. And it shows a lot of maturity and intelligence in a writer.
Yes. So let's check out this new breakaway hit. He didn't even expect this character to get the fanfare it got, and now it's its own Kickstarter. Let's check it out. Larry, take it away. The famous clicking sound of a mouse setting everything up.
All right.
All my videos have that now because of the software we use. I have to get like a quiet...
Hey guys, what's going on? We are LIVE live right here on Niobe Comic on YouTube, and I'm LP. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Avani Origin 1 Kickstarter launch. So happy to be here. So, again, I am LP, writer and creator of the independent comic book series Niobe. Successfully funded here on Kickstarter 4 times in a row now with a brand new issue coming out, Avani Origins #1. This is the first spin-off book from the Niobe series featuring the villain Avani, who made her appearance first in Niobe #2. She gave Niobe a run for her money, and people have been asking me more. They want to know about Avani's origins. They want to know what makes her tick and when we're going to see more of her. Well, the answer to that is right now. So I hope you definitely check out the Kickstarter. I just want to show you cool perks that are available, including some nice artwork here. We'll start off with the beautiful cover by R.B. White. Now, R.B. White's been known to be in publications such as Heavy Metal Magazine, Zenoscope. He's done covers for Action Lab, such as Zombie Tramp and Dollface. So, awesome to have R.B. White back with us once again. That's a little too sexy for you, man. I get it. We got the super cute Avani chibi cover by Sweet Heme Art. That is available as well. We also got this really, really cool cosplay cover that we did with Point of Light Productions and model Jeanette Arsenault. So shout out to Jeanette. It was a really fun day. We got this really cool shot. We did a little bit of editing. And voila, we have the cosplay cover available as well. And guys, if you're like me, maybe you like blank covers. I love blank covers. So we have the Avani Origins #1 blank cover available as well for you to get some really cool commissions on. Guys, we also have what we call the swag box. So if you like swag, and I'm talking like buttons, prints, t-shirts, that sort of stuff, we got it for you. And the first print that will be in that box of swag is this awesome classic 80s vibe sort of style print from Pablo Romero. So check that out. We also have the super cute chibi print again from Sweet Heme Art. I think I'm going to move this way here for a sec. Boom, because we got buttons. If you guys like buttons, I love buttons. I have a whole flag just full of buttons. We have 4 Avani buttons available for you in the swag box. We also have the Avani first appearance in Niobe #2. This is an awesome variant cover done by R.B. White. This was released way back in 2016. We have some of these left. These are going to be available to you in this Kickstarter. So if you like first appearances, you're a key issue collector, that is the book for you. Guys, we also have t-shirts. There are 4 different t-shirts to choose from. Sizes range from small to extra large. So check them out. Pick one. And wear Avani in style, because I know she would love that. We also have, guys, in the swag box, these really cool metal prints. Get that shiny there. Check it out. These things are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And, of course, again, it features the cover of Niobe #2, the first appearance of our girl here in blue. Guys, please, seriously, though, check out the Kickstarter. Scroll on down. Check out all the perks that we have available to you. And please consider supporting Avani Origins #1. We'll talk to you soon. Pete.
You know, Chuck, I'll be honest with you. I didn't realize I could like someone from Canada until I met Larry.
Well, yeah, I'm not hurt at all by that.
No, is it weird to hear a fellow Canadian talk now because you're in Texas? Are you like, that's how you speak proper English? Because I know
a little bit. You know what though? He was kind of. I love the dude. He was kind of destroying some of the French though. I was a little surprised. His French accent is not great.
Oh man, it's some Canadian heat on this program tonight. I smell some Canadian bacon burning. Lily, speaking of burning, now here's kind of a weird one. It's very sexualized, Lily the Demoness. But again, and people don't understand this. First off, let me just say this, and I really do want to say this. I have been around a community in the New York City Underground, and I can tell you that women like to dress sexy. Now, to prove this point in public, Chuck can back me up on this, even though I'm going to take him to his first fetish club when he gets down to Orlando. Truth or not true, do women dress up on the weekends at Comic-Cons looking just fantastic and sexual?
Oh, yeah, absolutely they do.
You know, and so when women are like, oh my God, you're sexualizing women, I would totally be behind every feminazi out there. I'd be like, you guys are completely right. If I went to a Comic-Con and not one woman was dressed sexy as hell. But the truth is, when I go to Comic-Con, it's like Christmas to me. Like, now that I'm single, I'm actually in more trouble. Because at least when I was married, I knew I could look and not touch. But now, I might want to have some conversations. I might be at my table less, is all I'm saying. Because there are some...
Is that what you and I are sharing? So you know that I'll be stuck there selling all your books?
Yeah, basically. You're married. You're done. Hey, speaking of which, did you ever find out if you can go to the Big Easy Con? They want to know if I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so then I'll respond to them. So they sent me an email. I was like, shit, I forgot to ask Chuck. Ooh, I cursed. Ooh, I cursed. What?
Are you a guest there?
No, I'm not cool enough to be a guest.
Well, dude, we'll guest soon.
Yeah, I guess. We'll have to ask Travis because we know that he's better than us.
Yeah, but he hasn't guested either, so I'm okay.
Actually, I am a guest at Daytona. Suck it!
Oh, good for you. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I'm running the panel room, so I beat Travis. Travis.
My laptop's about to die, but before it does, are we doing any panels at MegaCon?
I'm trying. I am, like, realistically trying. Comics in the Classroom, supposedly greenlit. We got an in. I'm trying to get our other panels there, but, like, they would rather talk about, like, cosplay. Like, I mean, I was so disappointed. I saw C2E2's lineup for panels, and it was like 10 fucking cosplay panels, and I got rejected for doing indie comic panels. Reed Pop, you hurt me. You hurt me today. You really did. It was like, I don't care about cosplay, and no one does anyone else. Like, I've taken over after a cosplay panel. It's 5 people and their friends in the front row talking about cosplay.
Yeah.
No one cares about cosplay anymore. We like to look at women in cosplay. We like to look at the dudes in cosplay. It looks amazing. No one wants to talk about it. There's so much online to learn about cosplay now. And what you generally do is you go to eBay, you go to Amazon, and you buy your outfit. There you go. You're done. You're a cosplayer.
You know what? Even then, like, it doesn't... Even if you want to have a couple, that's fine, but it doesn't require 10 fucking panels on it.
And it doesn't require a big organization like Reed Pop advertising cosplaying on their promotional materials. We're the comic book creators. Now, credit to Reed Pop. The reason I'm bringing them up is they do a wonderful job for indie creators. They really do. Second to none at what they do for indie creators. Second to none what they do for comic books. So when I say this criticism, I know they can stand up against it, and they could turn around and go, Rob, shut up. You know we do great things. And I'd be like, you're right, you do. I was just disappointed because my panel didn't get picked. But in all honesty, this is, with all the stuff that's going on with the dreaded Big D that I'm dealing with, and that's not what you think, you dirty people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about divorce. Get your head out of the gutter. With that going on, I don't think I'm going to be able to make C2E2. I can't get the time off to be down in Chicago. So maybe it worked out the way it was supposed to. Maybe I'm just being a cranky little bitch. It's my video, and I'll cranky little bitch if I want to.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's insulted by the fact that I said cranky little bitch, stop being a cranky little bitch.
Boosh.
All right, get going. Let me get this show done.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace, love, and comics.
All right, later, brother. All right, you crazy kids. Let's wrap this up, shall we? Again, is this happening where we're not showing what we're supposed to be showing? Here we go. For some reason, I had black screen, but you guys apparently stayed in the good screen, so I don't know. It must have been a screen thing for me. This is Foxy and Wolfie. This is on until the 19th. It's only 56 second. Oops. That got really big. Now, I do have the information for the person who does the music for this. We didn't get to put it on yet. That's just more on me. I'm going to talk over it because we are running out of time, and I do want to talk about the project. This is Fox and Wolfie, Chaos #1. Mahu Saju on Wheels. I hope I'm saying that wrong. I mean right. Not saying it wrong, but saying it right is what I meant to say. The beginning adventures of Foxy young Mahu Shahu. Has muscular dystrophy. This is volume 1, 240 pages, and brand new content. You gotta check it out. It looks amazing. The art in this is absolutely spectacular. I'm not generally an anime fan, but the actual like art in this is stellar. Absolutely stellar. Now we're gonna move on to XCT, the breakout graphic novel. This is 1 minute and 43 seconds. I believe. Yeah, here you go. Check it out.
Hey everyone, it's Ben Rosenthal here. I'm the writer of the new XCT breakout graphic novel, which this is a Kickstarter for. We really hope you guys want to back it and promote and help us get this book into its existence. We're going in a completely new direction with the new creative team. Alex is doing an amazing job on the art. The colorists and the letterers are doing fantastic things. And editor Sean is really steering a really tight ship to ensure his vision of XCT remains true and faithful. We've got a lot of really, really cool rewards. You can see some of them down below. I think I'm involved in some of them. So maybe if you want to get a script critique done by me, I'm happy to do that as long as you know. But we've got a lot of exciting things planned coming up with XCT. We really hope you jump on board and really enjoy this brand new book.
I am super excited. You guys got to check out our site. We have some amazing stuff with some cosplayers. And for the record, I have nothing against cosplayers. I absolutely love cosplayers. I mind the fact that creators at Comic-Cons are put to be basically second-class citizens at Comic-Cons, and you'll have Cosplay Alley that has so much more room. You could fit probably 3 to 4 indie creators in the area they give to cosplayers who then hang out and just kind of party, and I've seen them drink at their tables, and I'm not impressed. Because, I mean, Comic-Cons should be about comic book creators. Am I wrong? And if you have a Fusion Con, I definitely understand. And, of course, we saw Dulce. We had our friend Chuck, of course, go here and tell us about it. It's amazing. You guys should check it out. That ends on the 20th. There's so many great projects right now, man. I'm really just wondering how to spend my money, but I know that $1 can make dreams come true. So I'm going to make sure to spend at least $1 on a lot of these projects. So if I can spread $1 over across them, they know that I support them, I can help them out. And when I get more money from selling movie rights, I can buy all these books. I mean, I'm just super excited to be part of that. And $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, and supports creators and creates their new worlds. And if you're looking to kickstart your own new world, get the Kickstarter for an Independent Creator, a second edition. It's a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rising and Christian Shin. She's the illustrator. And you guys you heard about Boston Metaphysical Society. You saw about what was going on with it. Super awesome that it is. So it is amazing. Get that book. Learn the secrets on how you can succeed with a goal of 10K and under in this second edition. And there possibly is a third edition on the way. Found out about that on our radio program, which, by the way, for those wondering how you can get the radio program, if you go to the very top of our screen, our menu, and this is now on our actual handheld devices, cellular devices, and to-go devices, app devices too, when you're using an app like Safari. On top, you'll see on the radio, Indie News Report. And you can check me out, and you can check out the other program, which is about 1 hour is Doctor Who this week. The other hour is about, I believe, what Geek Radio was, and there were some cool older interviews. You should definitely check it out. And that was from Joey Reynolds. He did an amazing job. And starting this week and going forward, we're going to start telling you what's coming soon because we want you to get excited. So we're just going to take a quick minute to talk about what's next on Kickstarter. So you can join the event page. We actually have it on Ryan Palmer's thing. You can actually click there, or you can check it on our site. We do have a link to it. This is going to be a huge project. It's Hayward Saints, and you can click on the Kickstarter launch right here to go to it as well. But I meant you can go to our site for more information or go to the Kickstarter launch party for it. That's Hayward Saints 8. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to be talking more about it. Cornrows is coming back. We're going to make sure to do everything we can to make that as successful as possible as we can. A teacher attempts to avenge the death of a former student. What happens when you don't have powers, no capes, but you have a determination to make things right? That's what Cornrows is. Of course, we found out today that my friend Joe Rodriguez, he is going to be on Kickstarter on March 8th with the Dust County Chronicles, and I think Chuck's going to go the same day. What will I do? Well, I'm going to be on Kickstarter with Barbara Unleashed, and I expect you guys to back my project. Seriously, we can't be friends if you don't back my project. No, I'm kidding, of course. There are so many great projects right now. How can I get mad at anyone for not backing me when there's so many choices? I picked a bad time of year. How can I compete with Foxy and Wolf? I mean, I can make the argument that that art is amazing, but I also think that everyone deserves $1. So spend some time. Pick what speaks to you. If it's not my project and you want to back something like the Infinity Agents, maybe you want to help out the children in the classroom with Empowering Comics. I understand that with the You Create. You know, Shaman's Destiny needs some love. Give that some love. There's so many great projects that you can pick from. Geek Girl's Return is on Indiegogo looking for some love. And of course, there is the amazing Boston Metaphysical Society and Conceptual Heist. And we got to give a shout out. She's going to be with me this weekend. Spirit's Destiny, the ongoing comic book series. You guys have been amazing to me. You always are amazing. Please share what you can. I appreciate you all. Give $1 at least to one of these projects. Make it a goal. Find me this weekend at the Indie Showcase. It's in Longwood, Florida. Come hang out with your boy. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. You guys are super, super awesome. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because Chuck was on it, we'll sign off like we'll mix the sign up. Peace, comics, love, and help us make indie rise up. That's it for now. This has been Kickstarter Talk. If you want your Kickstarter on the program, join our Facebook group at Indie Advocates Network and put in your stuff, and it's just as simple as that. If you want to send us an email with a little more information, that's perfectly fine. Send us an email at indieadvocates@gmail.com. You guys are super awesome. Stay awesome. Stay indie.